And now you're in DC Comics too, and you're all over the place.
And, well, we'll see if there's any more Aquaman. I heard maybe there won't be, so we'll see.
So Wanted Man, had a chance to watch the movie. Great, tense action thriller, so much fun. I wanted to ask you, I mean, you wrote, directed, starred. I mean, you are this movie. What was kind of the inspiration behind this story? I mean, did you pull some stuff from real life headlines, or did you just kind of conjure up this intense action idea?
Well, first of all, I got the idea about 15 years ago from a movie called The Gauntlet with Clint Eastwood, where he has an interstate transfer of a prisoner. And then I played around with that idea a little bit. Then about 3-4 years ago, I realized immigration was a big topic, and the script came up in some conversation, and I just started tweaking it with this writer. Then I decided maybe I should make the main character, somebody who's got his preconceived notions about immigration and immigrants, and because of his job and because of his friends and all of that, and then to give him a little bit of a corner to turn later in the story. And from there, we just got the script on and moved on from there.
Yeah. Was it always your plan for you to play Johansson? I mean, did you always have yourself in mind for that role?
I did in the beginning, and then I started thinking, well, maybe I could play somebody else, but eventually it came down to getting the film financed and keeping it simple and not to bring any anything into it that could make it more difficult, because on a small level in an indie movie like this, there's no room for error. So I know that I'm reliable as an actor. I show up on time, and I can direct myself. I don't have to do too many takes and so forth. So I kept it simple, and I decided to cast all the other roles anyway.
Where does your friend Kelsey Grammer fall in that? Is he an easy guy to direct, or?
Yeah, he's easy. He's easy. I knew him socially, and we worked on Expendables 3 together, but I didn't really act with him. I just met him, but I knew him socially, and somebody suggested him out of nowhere, really. And I wasn't sure, but then I thought, well, I knew him. He was a great guy, and we get along very well. Mm-hmm. But I also knew that maybe his light delivery and all that would be helpful. So I decided to go that way, and I think it works.
It does. The chemistry between the two of you is really, really great. And I mean, obviously, we want to be careful for spoilers, not give anything away. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed the way that progresses. And I thought this is what I thought when I saw the poster and I saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, Kelsey Grammer, Frasier. And I was like, I mean, how has Dolph not been in an episode of Frasier? You're literally a scientist in the new show. He's teaching at a college. It seems perfect to me.
Wow. I mean, I never thought of that. That's an interesting point. Yeah.
I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe send him a text, be like, hey.
I saw him the other week. I should have told him. Okay, now I know what to tell him next time.
There you go. Yeah, we got to get you on Frasier. I think that's what the people would love. I also wanted to ask you. I became aware of another project that you're doing. Flip a coin, and I wanted to ask you about that.
Well, that's a good question. It's
what
kind
is
of
that?
a strange project. Came to me. I wasn't sure what it was, but it sounded like somebody knows more than I do. I mean, obviously Ryan Reynolds and those guys are very clever, and I thought, yeah, why not try something totally different and a kind of outlandish comedy idea. And it's for Barstool. I think it's integrated into with them for betting purposes, and
Interesting.
yeah, let's see how it does.
Are you much of a betting man yourself? You ever bet on coin flips?
No, I never did. I don't bet. I mean, I used to spend money on other things, but none of that. No.
That's funny. Well, that sounds like an interesting project. Another thing I guess I wanted to, kind of weaving in and out here, Ryan Reynolds, and he's Deadpool in the MCU and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And earlier this month, I read something where they had said that all prior Marvel projects are now canon within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And so, well, my thought was, I mean, you having been the original film Punisher, that means there's plausibility with all these, different worlds and different sort of like universes opening up. I mean, you could potentially pop in for a little cameo. Is that something you'd want to do if that opportunity came up?
Yeah, why not? I mean, yeah, I didn't know. Is Punisher, is he Marvel? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't want to be like a big nerd here, but I got my Punisher tattoo.
Oh,
My Punisher tattoo there. Yeah,
you know for sure. No,
I'm a fan. So Punisher, that's Marvel, and they're doing all this multiverse stuff, and things are happening in different universes, and so that means that all these different characters and all these different films from over the years can all exist within the same kind of space, which means your version of Frank Castle can also exist. I mean, there's potential that you could pop up for like a little wave or something, maybe.
It's crazy how that superhero world is multiplied so many times over since I did that picture. I mean, yeah, I did He-Man. I mean, before it was just Batman, Batman and Superman, right? Two, and then now there's like 35. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll see.
And now you're in DC Comics too, and you're all over the place.
Well, we'll see if there's any more Aquaman. I heard maybe there won't be, so we'll see.
I mean, and even if not, I mean, it's not like, I mean, there's so many characters and individuals. There's so many things that that people can play. There's endless in the comic books. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Except there's something said for doing a movie where play a real person, because it's the costumes and the CGI it's so complicated to shoot those films that it's not exactly pleasant.
Sure. I can imagine some like Universal Soldier. I know you did a handful of those. I'm a big Universal Soldier fan. It's the movie
that was fun.
Yeah, I really, really love those. Do you prefer being in the space where you kind of have control and you're working on an original idea, as opposed to being on like some big project where everybody else is sort of telling you what to do?
Yeah, I like both. I mean,
okay.
The second one you mentioned, being in a big film where you got, a lot of money, a lot of assets, a lot of production value, and great script. I mean, that's cool. You just step into that. You feel privileged to be part of it. You can go home and go to sleep at night. You don't have to worry about anything. Whereas, when you're in charge and it's a smaller film and you're directing and starring and acting, it takes over your life in a different way, and it's more stressful. But on the other hand, it's also more satisfying in a way, because at least it's up to you whether it's going to be how it's going to turn out.
Well, look, I can tell you Wanted Man turned out awesome. I'm a fan. I'm excited for other people to get to see it. It's in theaters, on demand, and digital, January 19th. Dolph, thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to be able to talk to you today, sir. Thank you.
Nice talking to you, man.